Раз, два, три. Проверка микрофона. Так, в шпаргалке нужно чуть-чуть букву увеличить. Today, in another one of my short video broadcasts, I want to reflect on predictions, and then on idols. To kick things off, I'll say this. I remember quite some time ago, in 2021, I shared my analysis on Facebook regarding the forthcoming events between Russia and Ukraine. Currently, I'm noticing a number of influencers who are beginning to recount how they once made predictions concerning Russia and Ukraine. Their emotional delivery suggests that many of them aspire to be seen as prophets and undisputed authorities, so that in their future analytical discussions, no one will doubt them and will accept everything as gospel truth. It's actually quite good that there are people whose analytical predictions turn out to be accurate in reality. It would be even better if there were more such sincere and, most importantly, good-hearted individuals providing reasonably sound analytics. And, just as importantly, it's crucial that their analyses are not just heard but acted upon. The purpose of this action should be to prevent the negative things mentioned in the predictions or analytics from occurring in the future. It was precisely for this reason that prophecies existed, which, if taken in a religious context, initially spoke of past events, naturally interwoven with a foresight of what was to come, with the aim of being able to modify it in the future, but subsequently, with the distortion of religious philosophy and the creation of idols and a cult for worship, all this turned into a canon, pointing to the inevitability of future events. But then I thought, why shouldn't I, in that case, show my analytics, which in their core essence turned out to be a fulfilled prediction? And, by the way, I've had quite a few similar analytical discussions since then, including in some of my video streams. What I want to make clear is that yes, there is scientifically unexplainable foresight and much else, but I'll repeat myself. The future does not have an inevitability of events. But importantly, analytics can be flawed and merely speculative, or it can be a simple assumption that turned out to be a fulfilled prediction in the future. My personal analytical forecasts, including this one on Facebook, are precisely this kind of analytics. Yet, in this analysis of mine, there are mistakes. For example, I had reasoned that if there was no invasion of Ukraine in the next month, then it would never happen in the future. I also incorrectly assessed the capabilities of the Russian Federation's armed forces, and at that time I was still ignorant of many dreadful and insane things. Finally, I wish to contemplate on the idols created and often imposed upon society, those found in popular films, political parties, and music. What is their function in disguise within the political system of modern society? You know, it's great when you're the director of your own creative projects, and often the sound engineer too. And what's really important in this day and age, you can actually share your thoughts and your take on the world yourself, and all that jazz. That way, in the future, it at least stops things from getting totally twisted. In fact, the modern political system, with its imitation of democracy and all that, especially in authoritarian countries, is structured like this. There are many seemingly independent politicians, maybe with rare exceptions, but each one is designed for a specific group of people depending on mentality, education, tastes in life, and so on and so forth. But almost all of them end up working for one system, which will put into power someone who fits, so to speak, the parameters of the system, so to speak. There are no random people there. Generally, it's like that all over the world to some extent. Nevertheless, as I understood it, in Europe, at least in past times, this doesn't hinder truly independent politicians, philosophers, creative individuals, and also groups of various directions, who of course can still operate with the assistance of promotion and funding, but still have popularity deserved within their circles, meaning not imposed popularity. Yet, even those enjoying deserved popularity would struggle to make their mark without financial backing and promotion, and ultimately, in one way or another, they operate, as it were, serving the established political system. Key message: avoid creating infallible authorities for yourself, and if there's someone you admire, relate to them not as an idol but as an indirect teacher, or simply as a talented artist whose creations you appreciate. Ultimately, treat idols as conditional, distant friends who may not even be friends at all, but merely temporary acquaintances. And it can even happen that you might have such a falling out with your very best friend, someone you've known since distant times, that you'll never be friends again. When it comes to creativity or acquiring knowledge, you should respectfully acknowledge it in your memory. Don't deny the beauty you once found in it. Instead, sift through it, separating the truly beneficial for your continued growth in any given field of understanding, much like separating the wheat from the chaff. But most importantly, you should never judge any popular artist, politician, or public figure in general by their stage persona. Every person is just like you, with their own cockroaches in their head and skeletons in their closet,